Hi, I'm Farooq, and welcome to the channel, a place where I get to be enthusiastic about cinema, among other things. So today I'm going to be watching The Royal Tenenbaums. It's a Wes Anderson movie. If you've seen any Wes Anderson movie, then you know what you're in for. I mean, his style is so unique that it sets him apart from other filmmakers. There are other movies, and then there are Wes Anderson movies. You know when you watch a Wes Anderson movie, even if you don't know that it's made by Wes Anderson, when you watch it, you're like, yeah, that's a Wes Anderson movie. Weirdly enough, I've only seen four movies by Wes Anderson. I have others on my list that I need to watch, which I'm gonna be doing sooner rather than later, I guess. I've seen the Grand Budapest Hotel. I've seen Darjeeling Limited, I think it's called. Isle of Dogs. I've seen. What else I've seen? The new movie, the newest one. What was it called? The French Dispatch. I've seen that one as well. I want to see Moonrise Kingdom. I want to see Life Aquatic and Rushmore. It's quite high on my list right now. Rushmore. But there's one other movie that I'm forgetting. A Fantastic Mr. Fox. Yeah. Anyway, his style is very unique. His movies are very quirky, bizarre sometimes. Cinematography, the set decorations, and his movies are just beyond words. Yeah, I'm gonna be checking out the Royal Tenenbaums today. Let's see how it goes. With that being said, if you're new to the channel, I hope you stick around, subscribe, drop a like. If you've seen this movie, tell me what you think about it. Yeah, here we go. The Royal Tenenbaums.
Royal Tenenbaum bought the house on Archer Avenue in the winter of his 35th year.
So his name is Tenenbaum?
Over the next decade, he and his wife had 3 children, and then they separated.
What flag is that?
Are you getting divorced?
At the moment, no.
What's wrong with the kid on the right side?
Do you still love Mom?
Yes, very much, but your mother's asked me to leave, and I must respect her position on the matter.
Is it our fault?
No.
Then
They were never legally divorced. Ethelene Tenenbaum kept the house and raised the children, and their education was her highest priority.
I need $187.
187? Wow.
Grazie mille.
Family of genius.
Gentleman in the blue cardigan, please. Go ahead.
Chaz Tenenbaum had, since elementary school, taken most of his meals in his room.
What is going on?
In the 6th grade, he went into business, breeding Dalmatian mice, which he sold to a pet shop in Little Tokyo.
Of course he did.
He started buying real estate in his early teens and seemed to have an almost
Does all look the same? What's the difference?
Hold it, Chazzy.
What are you doing? You're on my team.
There are no teams.
The BB was still lodged between 2 knuckles in Chaz's left hand. Margot Tenenbaum was adopted at age 2. She was a playwright and won a Braverman grant of $50,000 in the 9th grade.
Dude, what are these kids?
She and her brother Richie ran away from home one winter and camped out in the African wing of the public archives.
Face of a winner right there.
They shared a sleeping bag and survived on crackers and root beer. Richie Tenenbaum had been a champion tennis player since the 3rd grade. He turned pro at 17 and won the U.S. Nationals 3 years in a row, but had failed to develop as a painter.
Yeah, those don't look too great.
Richie's best friend Eli Cash lived with his aunt in a building across the street. He was a regular fixture at family gatherings.
That dude is a regular in Wes Anderson movies.
Did you at least think the characters were well developed?
What characters? There's a bunch of little kids dressed up in the animal costume.
good night.
Oh,
Don't be mad at me. That's just one man's opinion.
just father's opinion though.
He had not been invited to any of their parties since.
Understandable.
In fact, virtually all memory of the brilliance of the young Tenenbaums had been erased by 2 decades of betrayal and failure.
Mordecai.
Go, Mordecai.
Yeah. I can see that happening. Wow. Ivory Coast? That towel says Ivory Coast, right?
Royal had lived in the Lindbergh Palace Hotel for 22 years. No one in his family had spoken to him in 3 years.
Read her back to me so far, Pietro.
And I think I'm in love with Margot.
New paragraph.
What? Isn't Margot his sister?
Eli was an assistant professor of English literature at Brooks College. The recent publication of his second novel had earned him a sudden, unexpected literary celebrity.
You think I'm especially not a genius?
Narcissist, then.
You didn't even have to think about it, did you?
Well, I just don't use that word lightly. I have to go, Eli.
Oh, they're talking to each other. I thought he was talking to a review critic or something.
Margot was married to the writer and neurologist Raleigh Sinclair.
What is happening there?
You need to eat something. May I make you dinner?
No, thank you.
She was known for her extreme secrecy. For example, none of the Tenenbaums knew she was a smoker, which she had been since the age of 12. Nor were they aware of her first marriage and divorce to a recording artist in Jamaica. She had not completed a play in 7 years.
All right, Dudley. Make yours like mine.
Raleigh's next book was on the subject of a condition
Oh,
called
he's on your list,
Heinsbergen syndrome.
A Heinsbergen syndrome? Yeah, that looks
Good, very good.
exactly the same.
Dudley suffers from a rare disorder combining symptoms of amnesia, dyslexia, and colorblindness
Okay.
with a highly acute sense of hearing.
I'm not colorblind, am I?
Hurry! Fire alarm! Let's go! Go!
Chaz's wife, Rachel, was killed in a plane crash the previous summer. Chaz and their 2 sons, Ari and Uzi, were also on the flight and survived, as did their dog, who was discovered in his cage several thousand yards from the crash site. For the last 6 months, he had become increasingly concerned with their safety.
I mean, it's understandable.
Etheline became an archaeologist and had overseen excavations for the Department of Housing and the Transit Authority. She taught a bridge class twice a week with her friend and business manager, Henry Sherman.
What's a bridge class? Is that a dumb question?
Etheline,
Yes?
will you marry me?
How did he hear that?
Since her separation from her husband, she had had many suitors, but had not considered a single one until this moment.
Let me think about it, Henry.
Oh, that's not a no.
Tell Mr. Royal this is the pagoda.
There's a call for you, Mr. Tenenbaum.
What do you got?
The black man asked her to be his wife.
Oh, yeah, he was listening from the outside.
I don't like the sound of this one damn bit. I'm going to tell my wife. And no damn 2-bit chartered accountant is going to change that.
I mean, chartered accountant is a pretty prestigious position, no? In business?
Hey, Pagoda, give us a hand, huh?
Chaz?
We got locked out of our apartment.
Well, I don't understand. Did you pack your bags before you got locked out, or how did you?
It's not safe over there. Okay.
Is that a library?
Hey, look at this.
This old room? Oh,
You have a visitor, my darling.
Who is it?
your mom. But she never gets out of the bathroom.
Raleigh says you've been spending 6 hours a day locked in here, watching television and soaking in the tub. I don't think that's very healthy, do you? Nor do I think it's very intelligent to keep an electrical gadget on the edge of the bathtub. I tied it to the radiator.
It's still gonna fall, probably.
Chaz came home. He and Ari and Uzi are going to stay with me for a little while. Why are they allowed to do that? I think he's been very depressed. So am I.
You don't love me anymore, do you?
I do, kind of.
Kind of. That's very, reassuring. Gypsy Cab Co.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful.
What the?
Got a minute?
Whoa.
I want to spend some time with you and the children.
Are you crazy?
I want my family back.
After 22 years?
Baby, I'm dying.
No, you're not.
I'll be dead in 6 weeks.
No, you're not gonna. That's not true, right?
What are you talking about?
I think he's thinking of a disease.
Where's the doctor?
No, just wait a second now. Okay, listen, I'm not dying, but I need some time. Baby, I am dying.
Don't, come on. You're not gonna believe that, are you?
Are you or aren't you?
Yeah.
You told us he was already dead.
Yeah, well, now he's really dying.
I'm very sorry, Margot.
Not actually related anyway.
Dear Mom, I received your message. I'm coming home as soon as possible.
Stand up straight and let me get a look at you. What's so funny? Well, it's nice to see you too.
The next morning, Richie woke at dawn. He had decided birds should not be kept in cages, fed Mordecai 3 sardines, and set him free.
I've missed the hell out of you, my darlings.
I hear you're dying.
So they tell me.
You look so sick, Dad. What have you got?
I got a pretty bad case of cancer.
Of?
month, a year? About 6 weeks.
If you have 1.5 months to live, you look like that.
Will you give me a chance?
What do you propose to do?
Make up for lost time, I suppose. First thing I want to do is take you out to see your grandmother.
I haven't been out there at all. I was never invited.
Anyway, you're invited now.
You know, Rachel's buried out there, too.
His wife. Dude, he's a terrible father.
Can I see my grandsons?
Why?
Because I finally want to meet them.
I think we'll pass.
Why is he always in a tracksuit?
Yeah. Thank you, my sweet boy. I'll contact you in the next 12 hours with further instructions. Hello, Ethel. Good evening, sir.
Royal, this is Henry Sherman.
How do you do? Not too well. I'm dying.
How's Richie?
I don't know. I can't tell.
He wrote me a letter. He says he's in love with you. I don't know how we're supposed to take it. Sugar, it's Eli.
Why are you dressed like that?
Don't repeat that, by the way. About Richie. He's told to me in confidence.
So why did you tell it then?
I'm sorry to interrupt your work. I just want to apologize for the other day when I proposed to you. And I know I'm not as accomplished as some of the men you've been involved with. I can offer just as much as them.
Henry, I have no interest in Franklin Benedict or Doug Cartwright. Henry? Henry, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Let me know when you make up your mind. Why are you so nervous?
I haven't slept with a man in 18 years.
A long time. Just say me neither. What is this? 2 different buildings or what is this?
You know who I am? I'm Royal. Have you heard of me? I'm very sorry for your loss. Your mother was a terribly attractive woman. Uzi, I'm your granddad. I'm sorry we haven't gotten to know each other. I don't get invited around very much.
For a reason.
How's your daddy?
Fine.
How often's he got you working out?
Street act, but it's great.
Tell him you want to meet me.
But we just met.
No, we didn't. Now, here's what you tell him.
Well, I bet Mom would have wanted us to meet him before he died, wouldn't she?
Maddox Hill.
She's a tough old broad, wasn't she? I wouldn't know. Excuse me. Oh, that's right. We've got another body buried here, haven't we?
Dude, be respectful.
Take some of these. You probably had another good 2 or 3 years of competitive play in you. I had a lot riding on that match, you know. Why'd you choke out there that day, Bummer?
He lost to Gandhi.
Actually, I think he's crying.
He's going through something.
That's his sister Margot and her new husband Raleigh Sinclair.
And that's why, come on, man.
Kind of disappeared after that, didn't I?
I know you're not very good with disappointment.
You sued me, got me disbarred. I don't hold it against you, do I? You think you could start forgiving me?
Why should I?
Because you're hurting me.
Dude, you're a terrible person.
By the way, I heard about that letter you sent to Eli.
Lord, look at you.
It looks
Did you tell
douchey.
Margot about that letter I wrote to you? Yes, I did. One masculine. I've been spaced out all day.
What's masculine?
I'm worried about you, Richie. Well, actually, Margot is. But I did find it odd when you said you were in love with her. She's married, you know.
That's the problem?
And she's your sister.
Yeah, that's the main issue, yes.
Adopted.
Still. So he's getting kicked out from here now, finally?
Richie, it's your dad.
I think he's very lonely.
Maybe I'm a little confused here. What are you suggesting?
That he come here and stay in my room.
Are you out of your mind? You poor, washed-up papa's boy.
Where are you gonna sleep?
This is a super dysfunctional family.
He can sleep in the room above us.
Ari, it's not your decision.
Nor is it yours.
Well, he's already up there.
What?
What?
I guess you can wake him up and throw him out. If Mom says it's okay.
This is so weird.
Get out.
Let me just collect my things.
Dude, you're not sick. The IV is not even in you, is it?
Are you okay?
The fuck you care? Pagoda, call Dr. McClure.
His condition is stable. I recommend you push fluids and continue the stomach cancer medication.
He's not a real doctor. Of course not. Of course not.
I never did stop loving you, by the way. You believe that?
Not really.
Looks like you and Dad are back together again, huh? You really hate me, don't you?
No, I don't. I love you.
Why do you hate your dad that much? I mean, he's a terrible person, but still. Okay.
I know you, asshole!
How long do you intend to stay here?
I don't know.
Are you ever coming home?
Maybe not.
No, I want to die.
Raleigh, please.
I don't like the way you're treating Raleigh. Well, I've met him, and I don't think he deserves the
Stay out of it.
You're two-timing him with that bloodsucker Eli Cash. That's just not right, damn it.
I believe she's having an affair.
With who?
Will you advise me?
What do you want to do?
Perhaps
Find the guy and get him?
Well, no. I thought we...
What do you think it might be?
I don't know at the moment.
Uh-oh.
Jez has those boys cooped up like a pair of jackrabbits, Ethel.
He has his reasons.
Can't raise boys to be scared of light. Brew some recklessness into them.
I think that's terrible advice.
Let him raise his children how he wants to.
Take boxing and self-defense classes.
I'm not talking about dance lessons. I'm talking about taking it out and chopping it up.
What? What does that even mean? That's terrible. Why would you do that? What the hell is he teaching them?
He saved my life, you know. 30 years ago, I was knifed in a bazaar in Calcutta. Carried me in the hospital on his back.
Stabbed you.
He did. Stuck me right in the gut. Shit.
You stay away from my children.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, I am! I think you're having a nervous breakdown.
I mean, people grieve in their own ways, I guess. Chapter 5, Henry.
How are you feeling?
Sprightly.
I want to thank you for raising our children, by the way.
Lately, I feel like maybe I didn't do such a great job. Didn't you give a damn about us, Royal? Why didn't you care?
I'll tell you one thing, though. You got more grit, fire, and gut any woman I've ever met. You're true blue, Ethel.
Uh-oh.
I'd like you to talk to Royal about us, if you don't mind.
I don't think the timing's right for that, Henry.
Well, I'd agree if I thought he was really going to die in 6 weeks, but I don't.
He's lying.
Actually, I don't believe I'll join you tonight.
Ooh, what? I love that guy.
Got the sucker on the ropes.
What? What did you say? I said sit down, I heard you. I want you out of my house. This is not your raggedy ass out.
What's going on here?
How much is he paying you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What did you do to your hand?
Nothing.
Ethelene, I'm coming up here for a minute, please.
What's going on?
Pagoda has something to say.
He has the cancer.
No, he doesn't. I know what stomach cancer looks like.
How would you know?
My wife had it. Not only is there no Dr. McClure, there is no Kobe General.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, shit, man.
I guess we're back out on the street now, pal.
Were you part of this, Pagoda?
I do have high blood pressure.
Yeah, like that makes a difference.
But I just want to say the last 6 days have been the best 6 days of probably my whole life.
Immediately after making this statement, Royal realized that it was true.
I mean, he was lonely for the longest possible time, I guess.
But we hadn't spoken in 7 years.
I was broke. And I got kicked out of my hotel.
Goodbye, Royal.
Take it easy on those boys, Chassie. I don't want this to happen to you.
You should take it easy on them, though.
Gee, this illness, this closeness to death, has had a profound effect on me.
You were never close to death.
Different person, I really do.
You were never dying.
But I'm gonna live.
You always were gonna live because you didn't have the cancer. I mean, he was lying. I kind of do feel bad for him, but he was still alive. Pagoda.
Everyone's against me.
That's your fault, man.
Yeah, I know, but damn it, I want this family to love me. How much money you got?
I don't have.
What, you broke? You gotta be kidding me. How are we gonna pay for this room?
I'm not in love with you anymore.
I didn't know you ever were.
Let's not make this any more difficult than it already is.
It's not, buddy.
Okay, I'm not in love with you either.
Yes, I know. You're in love with Rich is sick and gross.
Do you send my mother your clippings?
Please stop belittling me.
How much do you already know? Would you like to examine the report?
Yes. She smokes.
Yes.
I'll contact you in the next 24 hours. Dusty, put in a good word for us, will you?
Is it another branch of the same hotel, I guess?
You want to play some word games or do some experiments on me or anything?
No.
Why were you like that before? I mean, your head's very patchy, I guess.
I'm going to kill myself tomorrow.
Please don't. Please don't. It's not the answer. Oh, dude. Oh, God. Oh, he's alive still?
Why'd you try to kill yourself?
Don't press him right now.
I wrote a suicide note right after I regained consciousness. Can we read it? No. Can you paraphrase it for us? Is it dark? Of course it's dark. It's a suicide note.
You go change your shirt or some shit.
You've made a cuckold of me.
I know. Sorry.
She's bawling Eli Cash.
Bawling?
May I have a cigarette?
It's a hospital. Go outside.
I'm afraid visiting hours are over, sir.
We could shimmy up that gutter.
Get it.
Richie! Richie! He didn't look half bad for a suicide. Tempted him.
Where is he going?
Who's there?
Oh, yeah, his house.
How many stitches did you get?
I don't know. You want to say?
No.
Jesus.
Yeah, I heard about Eli.
No, poor Eli. Anyway, we mostly just talked about you. I guess that was the attraction, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean, but shouldn't.
I love you.
I love you too.
It's I feel uncomfortable.
I can't stop thinking about you.
Let's lie down for a minute. Why'd you do it? Because of me?
Yeah, but it's not your fault.
Yesterday don't matter.
I mean, it's kind of sweet in a fucking messed up way, but...
I think just gonna have to be secretly in love with each other and leave it at that, Richie.
I mean, he did get a job at least.
Going up.
So you're elevator operators now?
Yeah.
What made you decide to do that?
I wanted to prove I could pay my dues and whatnot.
Better late than never, I guess.
Margot Tenenbaum?
Yeah.
Well, since when?
Since always. I think she feels confused.
Well, I can understand that. It's probably illegal.
I don't think so. We're not related by blood.
But in name you are.
I don't know, maybe it works. Why not? What the hell? You love each other. Nobody knows what's going to happen, so you still consider me your father?
Sure I do. Mordecai.
He came back? Is that the same one?
Cricket said damn bird must have radar in its brain.
I'm not so sure this is Mordecai.
Isn't Mordecai darker?
I don't think it was Ramses. I believe it was Tutankhamun. Yes?
What is that, weed?
We want to take you to get some help.
Is it just you guys?
That was Rock the Casbah, right?
Does matter. I heard about you and Margot.
I always wanted to be a Tenenbaum, you know?
Me too.
I wish you'd done this more when I was a kid.
But you didn't have a drug problem then. Anyway, I'm glad you're here now. I recognize I have a problem.
Recognizing that you have a problem is, I think, the biggest hurdle. He's probably leaving. Not gonna come back, yeah. He's beyond help at this point, I guess. I don't technically believe that. Nobody's beyond help. Damn, depressed Gwyneth Paltrow acts like the normal Gwyneth Paltrow.
You probably don't even know my middle name.
You don't have one.
Helen.
That was my mother's name.
I know it was.
Anybody interested in grabbing a couple of burgers and hitting the cemetery? I got something for you, Ethel.
Making amends.
What's this?
It's a divorce. You just sign here, initial here, and sign there.
I mean, it's about time, I guess.
You own this building, don't you? I used to be a homeowner myself until our son expropriated it from me. Now here comes my bus.
Are we divorced?
Almost. Sanchez just has to file the paper. I love you, Ethelene. Congratulations, both of you. I didn't think so much of him at first. It's everything that I'm not. Take back Pagoda, will you?
Slightly uneven.
Is that his son?
This is my son, Walter Sherman.
Hi, Walter. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you've been married before?
I'm a widower.
You know, I'm a widower myself.
I know you are, Jazz.
Well, of course, I'm half Hebrew, but the children are 3/4 Mick Catholic.
Mick Catholic is what? Isn't Mick an offensive term for Irish? Or a slang term for Irish? What in the dude, what is going on?
What was that?
I hope the boys are okay. Dude, what the fuck's wrong with you?
They're okay, Jazz. It's okay. They're safe. They're safe.
Dad, they ran over Buckley. What?
What?
You saved him.
Did I hit anyone?
You piece of shit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's your brother. Come on. Did he kill him? Oh, he's okay. Holy shit.
Did I hit the dog?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I need help. So do I.
I don't think you're an asshole, Royal. I just think you're kind of a son of a bitch.
Could you let us in your backyard, ma'am? We've got a couple boys.
Is that a Thailand flag?
At which point I apparently lost control of the vehicle, smashed into the house, and killed that poor dog.
You're Eli Cash. I love your work. What kind of papers do you have for it?
Minor corneal damage. Page me if it spreads to the other eye.
You're not a real doctor.
I got you a new dog. I just bought him, but I'm trying to make it up to you.
What's his name?
Barkblood.
It's a cool name, gotta say.
Thank you. Had a rough year, Dad.
I know you have, Chaz.
Now he has more white feathers on his neck.
I wonder what happened to him. This was one of my first hiding places.
How old do you think those are?
I'd say about 10 years.
What's the shelf life of a cigarette? Didn't tobacco expire? I don't know.
Royal dug a hole for Buckley behind the garden shed and buried him in a canvas duffel bag. Ethelene and Henry were married 48 hours later in Judge's Chambers. Margot's new play was produced at the Cavendish Theatre. It ran for just under 2 weeks and received mixed reviews. Raleigh and Dudley went on a lecture tour to 11 universities in the promotion of their new book. Eli checked himself into a rehabilitation hospital in North Dakota. Richie started a program teaching competitive tennis to 8 to 12-year-olds at the 375th Street Y. Royal had a heart attack at the age of 68.
Oh.
Chaz rode with him in the ambulance and was the only witness to his father's death.
Oh, poor guy, man. Poor guy.
No one spoke at the funeral, and Father Peterson's leg had not yet mended, but it was agreed among them that Royal would have found the event to be most satisfactory.
Black tracksuit.
Fire! Fire!
A dad tragically rescuing his family from the wreck of a destroyed sinking battleship. That's not... okay, I guess. That was a really good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. It was a really sweet movie, including all the bizarreness and weirdness of Wes Anderson. The best thing about his movies is the characters. He gives so much depth to his characters. It's very eccentric. It's very quirky. It's Wes Anderson. I don't know what else can I say. Gene Hackman is great in this movie. It's kind of an asshole at the start, and then he has some introspective, and most of this came out in 2001, so most of these actors were starting out back then. Ben Stiller, I mean, after this he did more comedies, but he's really good in these dramatic roles. If you've seen Walter Mitty, I think that was a really good movie. It came out like 2012 something, I don't remember. It was a good movie. Owen Wilson is great in it. Bill Murray. There's some, constants in Wes Anderson movies. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't have much to say. Characters are somewhat relatable, sort of. Somebody's going through grief. Somebody's going through depression, trouble. He just brings it out and celebrates them in a way that it's not disrespectful. My favorite Wes Anderson movie is probably still, I think, out of all that I've seen, it's still Grand Budapest Hotel. That movie's so well done. It's so good. Everything about that movie is great. I haven't seen other movies that I've mentioned in the intro, so that probably might change. This was a very good movie. So for the rating, I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. Yeah, I forgot to mention, but this movie looks great as well. The colors that he shows and the cinematography. It's nothing new with Wes Anderson, but yeah. So that's about it. That's all I have to say about this movie. So if you like what you've seen here, consider subscribing, liking the video, drop a comment or two. If you've seen this movie, tell me what you think. Share it with your friends, whatever. It helps me immensely with the algorithm. And 95% of people who watch my videos are not sub to me, so it'd be a huge help if you did. But you do you. This has been So Enthusiastic. I'm Farooq. See you next time. Take care.